All right, so we're coming up on our very first 150 miles. And as you can see, we are barely getting below the F. And these are 150 miles on the odometer, which means we got it filled up from the dealership from when we first left. We have not put any more fuel in the vehicle since, and you can still see exactly how much fuel is in the vehicle. So this thing is really a sipper. All right, so we are about to pull back up to the house after picking up the Grom, and I thought this would be a good time to show you that we've had the Sienna for approximately 355 miles, and you can see minus 9, give or take 9 miles, because that's how many miles were on it when we purchased it, and they filled it up with gas. And you can see that we are still above the halfway mark with our needle for gas. So right now it looks like we could go more than 600 miles on a full tank of fuel with gas on the Sienna. So that is pretty neat. All right, so as you can see, we're slightly past halfway, and look at that. We've gone 450 miles minus 12, because that's what was on the odometer when we left the dealership. So we've gone 450 miles and we are just barely under half. Well, we're midway in between half and a quarter of a tank, it looks like. So right now I just pulled up back to my home, and I am going to shut the vehicle off, and it tells me MPGs, and we are going to see what I average here. So on this trip, I drove 13 miles, and fuel economy was on average 38.7, and that was about a 30-minute drive. So pretty neat. We are really getting superb gas mileage here. All right, so we're just doing some normal driving down the road here on our way to have some fun outside in Colombia. And as you can see here, this is what the Apple CarPlay interface looks like. We got that set up with Google Maps going, but just doing 75 down the highway, and you can see that we are in the middle of the eco mode. And if we hit the home button on the interface here, it'll actually show you where your power source or energy source is coming from as you're driving. So right now, doing 74 down the road, you can see that it's using half of the engine power and half of the power is coming from the battery. So we'll see at the end of this trip exactly what the MPGs were for heading down the road. Someone's having a good time in the back. Say hi. Oh, now you don't want to talk, huh? Okay. All right, so we just arrived to our destination, and it looks like they got a little lake area with a beach, man-made sand and all that good stuff, paddle boards for rent. But the most important thing, since we've arrived to our destination, I'm about to shut the vehicle off. As you can see, we're sitting at about 476 miles. It was about a 35-minute trip, and I'm going to push the button now so we can see what we averaged. Ah, Amy's got the door open. Dang. We'll never know. We'll never know. But the good news is we're still above a quarter of a tank. So maybe we'll try and capture it on the way home and going in the opposite direction. All right. All right, so it's kind of overcast, and we're kind of like the only ones here. So we are gonna go downtown and see what else we can get into. All right, we have arrived to our destination. Amy's not gonna open the door this time. As you can see, we got 493 on the dash. putting it in park, and we're gonna cut it off and see what kind of MPGs we get. And it was at this moment that I realized it did not catch on camera, and I apologize. I will put up this picture and show this is kind of the MPG that we were averaging riding around town. So I will make a video in the future showing exactly what it shows and displays once you shut the Sienna off. So make sure you subscribe and stay up to date on future content.